Hello people, today I'll be talking about World of Warcraft Classic. For people that are not up to date on the topic, WoW Classic is slightly altered version of the original data disk of WoW. And yes, I'll be mentioning the game as WoW from now on. Anyway, currently there is original WoW and Burning Crusade, and Blizzard announced that Wrath of the Lich King Classic will be released later this year. Of course, as someone who literally grew up playing World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King, I got pretty excited, and so I read through the quick notes, and that's when I knew I'll be talking about this today. First, there is this point about Rising of Dead Knights. Originally, you were requested to have at least one character level 55 to be able to get Death Knight, if I remember correctly. But you know what? I don't care, I understand why they are doing it, to attract more people and to make it more accessible, and that's fine, I guess. It's gonna be available the same way as the other classic titles, so just for subscription fee, I'm more than happy to see that, honestly. It's a good call. Up next, they will be introducing level boosts. I mean, meh, I don't really care, but no Dungeon Finder, are you kidding me? Right now, there is no Dungeon Finder in Classic WoW, and let me tell you, the experience and quote-unquote social bonds is trash. I don't know about you, but dungeons are pretty huge part of the game for many people, and can't really be ignored. When it comes to finding a party, it's a huge pain in the butt, and I am in the pretty big and active guild, where people are really trying to help each other. Can't really imagine the pain of being in smaller and less active guild. But let me describe you the usual experience of trying to set up a dungeon party from my perspective. I am usually playing as a hunter with my friend who is Shadow Priest. So we are two DPS players. So we ask in a guild first, naturally, if anyone is interested in running Dungeon X. Insert your own dungeon in the place of X. Usually in just few minutes we get the last missing DPS and healer, but no tank. So I quickly check the looking for a group chat only to find out everyone is spamming here looking for a tank. So our next 40 to 50 minutes is usually spent spamming the looking for a group, local and guild chat, looking for a tank. I don't know about you, but this doesn't sound like a fun. Hell, it's not a fun. And if you are asking the question, what is gonna happen after 50 minutes, well, sometimes someone from the guild shows some mercy and locks in their alt character that can tank, or we just gave up. And even if we manage to get full party and we are going through the dungeon, there is not much of a chat anyway. People are usually just gonna write good luck at the beginning, ready when they are ready, mana break when they need mana, and thank you or good run at the end. And that's it. That's it about the social bonding and social interactions. Yes, sometimes, rarely, usually when you are running dungeon with people you already know, there is quite active chat. But that chat would be active regardless of the dungeon. It's active because you are playing with people you know, not because you're running dungeon with them. From what I learned, it wasn't always this case. Rather than that, when both WoW Classic and Burning Crusade Classic started, there were a lot of people that wanted to run dungeons, and so getting the party together wasn't such a challenge. But it was always a little bit of a hassle to get a tank or a healer. So, do I think it's a bad idea to not include Dungeon Finder? Well, yeah, Dungeon Finder makes it easier and thus is lowering the bar for many people to go through dungeons. And thus it makes it easier to get a party. And even if you can't get a party, it's just like Battleground. You queue in and then you just continue doing quests, farming resources, skilling professions, whatever, without constantly spamming 3 chats and camping meeting stone. I am not saying that Dungeon Finder doesn't have its own issues, but it's way better than this. And yes, I know by lowering the bar you get more inexperienced players that have no idea what to do. Well, you can explain them what to do, that would be called social interaction. Or even if the dungeon run fails multiple times, it's not a big deal, since you can just quit, repair and queue another one, like with Battlegrounds. Also, you might say there is looking for a group. Yeah, nobody is using it. So, I guess good compromise would be not introducing the Dungeon Finder straight away, but maybe in some later patch, like with the first update, or maybe when the number of people running dungeons decreases. Maybe? But you know what? Given that there will be level boosters and a lot of people will be playing Death Knights or continuing their already level 70 character, and this means not that many players will be running low level dungeons, so making party for low level dungeon will still be pain in the butt even when Wrath of the Lich King starts. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know your thoughts about this in comments and we can have a healthy discussion. So, what's the point of this video? Well, if you are asking this question, then there is none. I just wanted to make a video about this.